my name is Nirupama Pike. I am the Global Head of Strategic Alliances for Cell Therapy at Catalent. In my role here, I serve as the technical and scientific expert in the GMP manufacturing of cell therapy products. I have worked in the area of regenerative medicine and cell therapies for over 18 years, and I'm passionate about the life-changing opportunities that these therapies offer to patients with cancers and other serious conditions. Cell therapies, or as some people call them, living therapies, they are quite distinct from proteins, small molecules, and monoclonal antibodies. Typically, customers, partners who come to us for CDMO services, they have very diverse manufacturing needs. And these needs are based on therapeutic indications, cell type, starting material, and even the final product. At Catalent, we understand that when it comes to cell therapies, a one-size-fits-all or a cookie-cutter approach is not going to work. That is why my team and I, we engage with the customers from the get-go. We work very closely with each of our customers to understand the nuances of their manufacturing needs, establish a close partnership with a model that is nimble and flexible so that we can help them meet the regulatory requirements for safety and efficacy. This partnership model allows us to work efficiently and equally with small startups, medium and large biotechs, as well as big pharma. At Catalent, the most important core value that we have is patient first. And I believe that there is no better space than the cell therapy space to live out this core value of patients first, because these are patients who literally have no other recourse. And this is how we are showing our commitment and making a positive impact in the cell therapy space. We know now that cell therapies, specifically CAR T therapies, being curative in nature, have completely shifted the treatment paradigm. In a very short time, we have achieved unprecedented success. We have 7 approved CAR T therapies in the US, 6 in Europe, 4 in UK, and 6 in Japan. Not even talking about China, India, and other countries. 4 out of these approved CAR T therapies have been propelled from 4th and 5th generation or line of treatments to earlier line of treatments. We have also seen a lot of progress in CAR T therapies to treat autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular conditions, and we have made significant progress in the in vivo CAR T space. If we look at the statistics, the global cell therapy market is projected to show a significant growth. By 2030, the global market may reach about $30 billion. The US market is also expected to grow substantially, up to $20 billion by 2033, based on some reports. What is the main driver for the growth? It is the success of these therapies by being curative, especially for patients who have relapsed or are refractory to standard of care treatment. The second driver is the technological advances that we are making for these therapies, which are making them more durable, more persistent, and they have less side effects. Many are expecting that these therapies eventually can be administered on an outpatient basis. Third, currently there are over 1,000 clinical trials going on for a variety of cell therapies, and a significant number of them have moved from phase 1 to phase 2. And this tells us about the fact that these drug products have proven a very strong safety profile. So all of this, why are we doing this? The ultimate hope and goal is that cell therapies will become standard of care. As I mentioned earlier, cell therapies have revolutionized the oncology space and therefore part of the healthcare system, right? But in spite of the progress, access to CAR T therapies and other therapies still remains a challenge. There are many reports that suggest that only about 20 to 25% of eligible patient population is receiving these therapies. And there are several reasons for that. Lack of standardization of manufacturing processes, variability in starting materials, even raw materials, diverse manufacturing platforms and technologies that are married to specific IPs that the companies have, and also slow advancements in the analytical space, which is very important from a regulatory perspective. So while we have seen many advancements in the manufacturing space, there still remains an urgent need for simplification of the manufacturing process with the ability to integrate new technologies as they come on board. I would like to highlight one specific area that we as a cell therapy CDMO are focusing on, and that is helping our partners de-risk the manufacturing process and make it GMP compliant at an early stage. Right? We at Catalent have developed a comprehensive program to conduct gap assessment and risk analysis exercises using QBD principles that help streamline the manufacturing process. This allows us to reduce human touch points by closing open manufacturing steps, introducing automation. We are also helping to implement a robust in-process testing plan, as well as standardize the batch records. And based on our experience with our customers, we have seen that this type of approach reduces technology transfer challenges. It helps us with clinical development setbacks, as well as it helps our partners who are sponsors of the clinical trials or commercial manufacturers save time and sometimes reduce cost. Finally, at Catalent, we have something unique for our customers that not many other CDMOs are offering, and that is our case management services. This service offers end-to-end management and orchestration of supply chain logistics. And as you probably already know, supply chain logistics for autologous therapies are very critical because there is a patient literally waiting to get the product. So through these supply chain logistics, we can proactively monitor the shipment. We can monitor temperature in real time. It has GPS enabling for data tracking. It also has all the proper documentation that meets regulatory requirements. Another thing we have is the 24/7 single point of contact through this service that our customers, partners can rely upon to have real-time visibility for incoming materials as well as outgoing final product. At Catalent, we understand the needs of our customers and we strive to offer solutions to ensure their success. The theme for this year's BioConvention was, "The world can't wait and neither can we." We cannot wait. Science cannot wait. Technological advances cannot wait for one simple reason: patients cannot wait, right? So in spite of the geopolitical climate, unstable economies, funding challenges that our community is facing, I sensed a renewed energy and excitement, maybe a new optimism, if you call it that. And I feel like after talking to people and listening to people, this optimism is grounded in the fact that we have to keep moving forward because we are a part of something that is so much bigger than ourselves. And I want to say that for me, 4 themes emerged. The first one is AI-driven platforms and technologies are now set to transform the manufacturing aspect, the patient recruitment aspect, and many other aspects for advanced therapies. It is not just a buzzword anymore. It has become an operational element for many companies, right? Use of AI will help us achieve shorter timelines, collect more accurate data, faster approvals, safer drugs. Also, we are seeing the use of machine learning and robotics being incorporated into the manufacturing process, which ultimately will hopefully bring down the cost of manufacturing and therefore the cost of drugs. There's also a big push to use AI tools for regulatory approvals to streamline and compress the timelines for regulatory approvals, which is also an important aspect. The second thing I heard was VC companies have a new roadmap. So while VC partners value innovation, they have made it clear that they will fund companies that have made progress beyond the early stage discoveries, beyond the innovations. They are very interested in companies that have proven the translational merits of their discoveries. And related to that, the third point is, as a result of this, companies are shifting their efforts. And in order to become attractive to the VC companies, they are putting a lot of effort in de-risking their manufacturing processes at an early stage. And we know how to do that. And so we are very well poised to help all these companies achieve the goal. And then the fourth one is, because advanced therapies, personalized medicines, whatever people choose to call them, they have become a game changer in the immuno-oncology space. They are showing so much promise in other areas as well. Because of this, we are seeing a global cell therapy movement where many countries are not just focusing on the discoveries and the science and innovation, but also on building a manufacturing infrastructure, and partnerships play a big role. I believe that global partnerships are needed to democratize cell therapies and make them accessible to patients in the remotest corners of the world.